Gives me great pleasure at this time to give Mr. J.C. Wagner, business manager of Ball State Teachers College, the spade to take the first spadeful of dirt from the site. And I hope that Mr. Wagner sets a good example for the men that are going to erect the building in this ceremony.
Okay. Thank you, Fred. It's always a very happy occasion, and it's a genuine pleasure to participate in groundbreaking ceremonies for a new building. We all regret that it is not possible for President Emmons to be with us today. The wing of this new library represents a realization of one of his fondest dreams, and I know that he would very much have enjoyed turning over the first spadeful of earth for this new building. This ceremony is another indication of the growth and expansion of Ball State Teachers College. It's not only an expansion of physical facilities, but it will represent, we hope, an expansion of services, an enriching of our curricular offerings through improved facilities. And we do sincerely hope that our growth in services and our growth in integrity as an institution will be as spectacular and dramatic as our expansion of our physical facilities. And on behalf of the administration of the college and President Emmons, I'm very happy at this time to turn the first spade full of earth for this new building. Very pleased to turn over this shovel to Dr. Marion Grady, the librarian, who will turn over the second spade of earth.
As you might expect, there are a number of us here on the campus who have looked forward to this day for an awful long time. This day which would mark the beginning of construction on a wing to the library. This 16th day of October 1953 is therefore a gala occasion, especially to the to the library staff and to me. As you know, or as you may not know, we have been in serious need of more space in the library for a number of years. Not since the original building was completed in 1927, I believe it was, has there been any additional space for readers added. We are therefore very happy that we are going to have this wing, and I am happy indeed to turn this next shovelful of dirt. I want to say a word of a special appreciation to Dr. Oliver Baum, who has worked so faithfully with us in the preparation of these library plans. He has worked long and hard and diligently. He has made suggestions of facilities and features for the new building that have been incorporated, which will stand us in good stead later on. I want to thank him personally, and I think it most appropriate that he take the next shovelful of dirt out of this excavation.
Thank you, Dr. Grady. 6 months ago, when President Emmons asked me to take over the coordinating of the planning of this library, I thought about it a great deal as to what all would be involved. In a way, sort of dreaded it, because I was getting into an area, a building that I hadn't had experience before. Although as I visited with your staff and with the Walter Scholler Associates and the business office, namely Mr. Wagner, the business manager, I found as time went on that this job was relatively easy. It was just a matter of trying to get everyone's thinking and then putting it together and come out with a fine project. And as I place this spade into the earth, I do it with a great deal of confidence, feeling that the job has been well done thus far. Everyone has done their bit in a very fine way.
Oliver, you want to give me that spade back after just a minute.
All right, okay.
There are others present here who deserve to share in this activity we've been carrying on here, but lest we encroach too much upon the prerogatives of the contractor's crew, we shall desist from this excavation at this time. However, there are some other persons present that I should like to introduce and recognize and hear from. The first of these is our Dean of the College, Dr. Richard Burkhart. Dr. Burkhart, what is your thought about this new building?
It is indeed a pleasure to participate in the groundbreaking ceremony, as Mr. Wagner pointed out earlier. The particular occasion is of a special pleasure because we've long put up with overcrowded conditions as far as the library is concerned. It's probably true that no unit of the institution is of more importance than the library. It's a reservoir of all of our teaching tools and materials. It provides, you might say, the intellectual mainspring of the college. We note with pleasure the extension of the services of the center of our college, and we look forward to an increasing development of the library in the future. This is indeed, as marked by the tapes down here, a red-letter day, an historic milestone in the growth of Ball State Teachers College.
We have with us the president of the Student Executive Council, Mr. Lyman Randall, who will speak for the student body. Mr. Randall.
On behalf of the student body, I would like to thank the college, the contractors, and all those who are responsible for the construction of the new library wing. We certainly appreciate it. I'm sure that the student body will use it well, because after all, it's the student body who will reap the most benefits from the new building. Thank you.
There is one other person here that we didn't know could be here that I would like to introduce and have him say just a word. Our Dean Emeritus, Dr. Ralph Neuer.
I thank you, Dr. Grady. This moment brings to a 25-year point the realization of a great dream. When an institution of learning, after 25 years, must expand that part of its organization that deals especially with its intellectual development, one feels that progress of a definite kind is being made. For the future, I congratulate you.
Thank you, Dean Neuer. Now, there are some people here who are especially involved in this new library wing. They are the library staff members who will eventually be located in this wing. I want to introduce them at this time from left to right here. Mrs. Mary Troxel, who will be in charge of the new reserve book room. Miss Jean Scher, head of our technical service. Ms. Evelyn Hoke, the director of our teaching materials service. Mr. David Kaiser, the head of our periodical service. And Miss Grace Brandt, assistant professor of library science. They will all occupy space in the new wing. Miss Hoke, what would you say would be one of the greatest advantages to you after your move into the new wing?
Well, you know, how we talk to the architects about all the wonderful lighting that they know how to do nowadays. And it just occurred to us that after we get into this new wing with all the visual materials that one is supposed to use, that maybe at long last we'd be able to see these visual materials.
Lighting is very important, and we expect to have plenty of it in this edition. Mr. Kaiser, what would you say the periodical service will benefit most by?
Well, I think the great advantage to us, Dr. Grady, will be the opportunity, for the first time in many years, I believe, to bring together into one area all of the periodical resources of the library. We're certainly looking forward to the time when we don't have to shuttle our patrons off to some other portion of the campus to find the magazine they're looking for. We're going to have everything in one room, and we're going to enjoy it.
Thank you again. Lest I string this out too long, I think I'll say that I believe I can speak for the others in saying that the main advantage in this move is that we will have more space. After all, since 1927, the student body has increased 3 times the size it was at that time, whereas we've been left with the same facilities for quite some time. I would like to thank everyone who has taken part in this ceremony this afternoon, and also to the spectators who have been interested enough to come. In closing, I want to give this spade to the contractor's representative, Mr. Tolley, and charge him to use it or better equipment to begin this building right away. And good luck to you, Mr. Tolley.